Linda Johnson Rice was born in Chicago, Illinois, where her love for the publishing business began at the age of 6 while frequenting the offices of the Johnson Publishing Company.
I started coming to the office when I was in grade school, and it really was just sort of a natural progression.
Founded by her father, John, and mother, Eunice, Linda's childhood playground was the fashion department of Ebony magazine, where her mother worked as the secretary, treasurer, and fashion editor.
My parents never said to me, "We want you to come and work in the family business." They never said that, because they were much smarter.
Throughout her teenage years and into college, Linda Johnson Rice accompanied her mother on trips to fashion shows in Paris.
It was interesting to watch Eunice Johnson work, because she was not only beautiful and glamorous, but she was the hardest working person. Here she is, the only African American woman there who's buying these haute couture fashions to bring back, to showcase to the African American public across the country. Nobody was doing that.
The more Linda Johnson Rice learned, the more she wanted to know, working as an intern during the summer while attending the University of Southern California.
I was always looking at the art directors and all the photos and the layouts and, putting in my 2 cents worth, which probably was worth about 2 cents at that time.
It was after completing her undergraduate work that she started working closely with her father, joining Johnson Publishing full-time as a vice president and fashion coordinator.
The premise of Ebony really hasn't changed fundamentally in all these decades, because it really is about aspiration and inspiration and achievement. African Americans matter in this world, and matter tremendously. You should never ever take that for granted. And we do that through the magazines, we do that through our online components, and we do that actually also through our cosmetics business, because, black is beautiful, believe it or not. That's really what John and Eunice Johnson were about fundamentally.
Linda Johnson Rice became one of the youngest publishing executives in the country when she was named president and chief operating officer of the Johnson Publishing Company.
If anybody knew John Johnson, he didn't give it to you just because he thought, you're my daughter and I'm going to give this to you and you're going to be fine here. No, didn't work that way. You had to work and you had to prove yourself.
Today, the Chicago-based Johnson Publishing is the largest African-American owned publishing firm in the United States, where Ebony and Jet magazines, along with Fashion Fair Cosmetics, have been a part of African-American culture for generations.
As we move along in the evolution of Ebony and the evolution of Johnson Publishing Company, we really try to keep those fundamental issues and fundamental topics with us in whatever we write, whether it's online, whether it's in print. That's what I think is really sort of the backbone of what Johnson Publishing and what Ebony and what Jet magazine are all about.
Johnson Publishing, telling stories about us, our truth, our culture, our beauty, and our pain.
It's sort of coming full circle. I mean, my father knew Whitney Young, and we'd written about him so many times, and I've read so many things about him. And to be honored with an award that bears his name is really quite phenomenal.
Tonight, we celebrate Linda Johnson Rice, truly a hands-on innovator and leader that has dedicated her life to ensuring that our stories will continue to be told.